Over the past 4 years, we've analyzed the financial positions of more than 300 family farms from all across this country. Now, inside of the first 2 videos, I handled the first 2 topics that 107 successful family farms are doing to build successful family operations. And inside of today's video, we're going to jump into topic number 3. All right, my friends, now let's jump into topic number 3. Now, in video number 1 and topic number 1, I talked about what 107 successful family farms are doing. And the very first thing is they're creating multiple sources of income, right? Topic number 2 was around being able to control and own the room when you walk in to negotiate interest rates with your banker or just work with your bank in general. A lot of farmers and ranchers, they walk into that place and they have no idea how that place operates, what questions they can ask. And like I said in the last video, they feel about 2 inches tall. So if you have not watched those videos, make sure you take the time to go consume them because the content in them is absolute gold. Now, inside of today's video, we're going to cover topic number 3.
Interesting point number 3.
To my dear number 3.
Rule number 3.
Number 3. Number 3.
The thousands of farmers that I've talked to over the years in my 6 years working as an ag banker as well, is 99% of them are completely disorganized financially. And what do I mean by that? Perfect example is they have one bank account that's in their personal name, and their operation's doing $5 million a year in revenue, and they have 4 sources of income all going through one bank account.
And that's a problem, right?
So then they wonder why they can't track their numbers, why they don't know what's making them money or not making them money, or how to actually solve the problem. It's a very simple example of what's happening, but it's critical as to why a lot of family farm operations in this country are not reaching the profit levels that they want to year after year. They're completely disorganized. They have no idea what to do. So inside of this video, I'm going to tell you what you absolutely can do. And the first thing that you need to do is break out your businesses. Okay, break out your businesses. If you have a farm, an income or a source of income that's just farm income, break that out. It needs to have its own checking account because just that business alone has its own income and its own expenses. Okay, let's say you also have a cattle operation. Okay, great. Needs to have its own bank account. That way you can track income and expenses just for the cattle operation. Let's say you have a custom business or you do custom spraying or application or whatever. Okay, great. Needs to have its own bank account. And you need to understand, my friends, you're going to start to see and be able to finally, for the first time in your life, get your numbers organized. Okay, now after this, right, once we have clean bank accounts and we know the transactions going through them are just for those businesses, notice how I didn't say personal expenses. The other big problem in this industry and in this country is a lot of ag business owners are mixing their personal and business finances. And again, they wonder why they never know what they're at financially or why they're not making money, because a lot of them, they see all this money going into their account and they see all this money going through their operation, but it just doesn't seem to stick around.
And where's the money?
This is why. You know, the perfect example that I just shared is why this is happening. So you got to break things up. Now, once we break things up into separate accounts, that finally gives us the ability to have clean books, right? And actually keep good bookkeeping records so we know exactly what business is profiting and what business is losing us money. Now, I can tell you from experience working with more than 300 family farms and taking them through this process is when they were doing that, they were finally, for the first time ever, able to pinpoint exactly where they were wasting their time, okay? Where they were wasting their time. Because I can guarantee you, if you're watching this video right now, you spend a lot of hours in the day working for negative pay. Like you're literally wasting your hours working for negative $100 an hour or $200 an hour, because if you actually knew the numbers for that business, you would see that, hey, the cattle operation is losing me 40 grand a year, the custom operation is losing me 40 grand a year, and the farm's making me 100. Why am I wasting time on these other businesses? Why am I even dealing with them or whatever? Now, it may be some things where we don't need to necessarily get rid of the business, but now we can track the numbers and we got some things we can change, right? Now we have some ideas and some where a lot of farmers and ranchers are just stuck, right? They have no idea what way to turn. But when you can look at the numbers here, okay, great, now we can have an idea of where to go here. Now, the other big reason here, and the other big problem that we run into is, yes, you can have clean bank accounts, now you can have clean books. But my friend, if you are not a student of the numbers, if you do not understand the numbers that you're looking at, then it doesn't matter. We've had plenty of members come to Legacy Farmer that have a bookkeeper, they keep clean bank accounts and clean books and stuff like that, but when they look at their reports, nobody tells them what the numbers mean. They don't know how to use those reports to actually make decisions inside of their business on a day-to-day basis. So they're not worth anything then, right? It's useless information if we do not understand or have the skill sets or the knowledge to look at the numbers and be able to know exactly what we need to do next inside of the operation. Now, again, inside of Legacy Farmer with our software called Farmer Metrics, we're simplifying those things, but we also work one-on-one with our members so that they understand, they have the education, they have the knowledge, so that when they're looking at their numbers, they know exactly what the numbers are telling them, and they use that to guide them in their day-to-day decisions inside of the operation. I've said this before, I've said it like 100 times now, right? There's no small mistakes in the farm operation. right? So one breakdown could easily cost 20,000. One, wrong grain marketing decision could cost you 100 grand, right? There's no small mistakes financially inside of the farm operation. Again, this just pinpoints as to why we need to become a student of the numbers and really understand them at a detailed level. And I can guarantee you, of the 107 successful family farm operations that we've worked with over the past 4 years, every single one of them learned their numbers at a detailed level. Some of them, when they first came into Legacy Farmer, they may not have known them at the level that they should have. We helped them get there. Right? We helped them get there. And now this is knowledge and education, my friends. Once you really start to understand your numbers at a detailed level, you take that with you for decades. You're set, right? It's the education that college and high school and everything should have taught us, but didn't. Once you have all these things lined up, okay, you got clean bank accounts, your businesses are separated, you have clean books. Now we move into tax prep, right? And filing taxes and everything there. When you know your numbers at a detailed level, those farmers that do, they don't stress about taxes. They don't stress about what they're going to owe the government or anything like that. You know why? Because they already know what they're going to owe 3 months before the year is over. Whereas the majority of farmers and ranchers, 99% of them, they do what's called tax preparation, right? There's tax planning and there's tax preparation. Tax planning takes place prior to the year being over. Tax prep takes place basically December 15th until after the year, okay? And the reason I say December 15th is because that's when the majority of farmers and ranchers are getting the number back from their accountant saying, hey, you need to spend 200 grand to save $30,000 in taxes, go figure out how to do it. And then you're like, well, we got Christmas and everything going on. I got to call my bank. I got to get everything organized. How am I going to go spend 200 grand right quick, okay? That's just lack of planning, my friends, and that's the lack of knowing your numbers at the detailed level that you need to. Now, having all these systems in place, you need to understand how much it's going to streamline your entire life, okay? Everything I just talked about, guys, and inside the last video, I talked about working with the bank and how stressful that is in that process when you're going through loan renewal or whatever. Knowing your numbers at a detailed level and having everything set up that I just talked about streamlines that process as well. The bank will have 0 questions for you. You will supply them with every document they need in order to do their jobs. And guess what now? They can't pull you around at all either. Like when you want something done, they have to get it done because there's nothing additional for them to request. Okay, so guys, this model and this method here that I just mapped out for you will literally change everything for you. It truly will. And it'll start to really expose your business and you will start to see where you're wasting time or where you can fix things. And finally, for the first time, start taking some actions that produce a positive result. So many of you watching this video, I know for a fact, you've tried hundreds of things. You're watching this video like, how's this Jace guy gonna fix my operation or whatever? I'm telling you things that are proven to work. And it's not just based on theory. This has happened with tons of members inside a Legacy Farmer. I have seen and witnessed what works and what doesn't work. So when I tell you to do this, and if you actually take action on it and do exactly what I'm saying, you will see a positive result there. Your numbers are going to expose exactly the weaknesses inside of your business, where they're located at, so you can get them fixed and finally start to build the life that you wanted all along. All right, guys, you work on the farm operation, you're sacrificing. I know you're working 12 to 18 hours a day, every single day, including Thanksgiving and Christmas. You feel like you're just busting your ass year after year and you're not gaining anywhere. I'm telling you, the secret here is knowing and tracking your numbers at a detailed level and then becoming a student of the numbers so that you can use them to make decisions. Now, all of a sudden, when you start doing this, you get your time back. You get your freedom back with your family, the things that we really want, right? None of you watching this video, I assume, want to work 12 to 18 hours a day for the rest of your life. You most likely have a family. You most likely have kids. You have grandkids one day. You want to make sure you're building a life that actually fits the lifestyle that you want to live. And I'm not here to work 24/7 all day, every day. I'm here to work and produce value in this world so that I can have the time and the freedom and the money to spend it and spend time with the people that I care about most in this world. And again, when we look across the ag industry today, a lot of family farm operations are struggling. They're not getting that. Right? It seems like the bigger they grow inside the farm operation, the less time they have with their family. It should not be that way. All right, my friends, so that concludes this video series. Now, I hope you found it valuable, and more importantly, I hope you take action because of it. Now, I'm going to invite you, if you found value inside these videos, guys, do me a favor and like the channel. Do me a favor and share it with any friends or family or things like that. If these videos truly were valuable to you, make sure you share them and get them into the hands of people that really need them, because I know for a fact that there's a lot of families out there that are really struggling to build the operation that they want. Inside a Legacy Farmer, that's what we're focused on helping them do. So again, please like and subscribe to our channel and make sure you come back for more videos in the future.